Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I can't tell you how proud I am to be standing here today as father of the bride. It truly is one of the proudest moments of my life. And Holly, you look like a Disney princess. I'd also like to thank everyone who's travelled near and far to be here from all four corners of the UK, Scotland, England, Ireland and Wales, and of course from across the pond in the USA. What can I say about Holly? She's been an inspiration to us all, and we've all enjoyed having no major dramas over the years. From her days as head girl in the high school to building her own business as a determined young entrepreneur, to working at Disney and even the army camps, looking after underprivileged kids. What she's also been amazing at is looking after and helping to look after, is my grandson Teddy. All the years of travelling up to Scotland to see the family, and my mum when she wasn't well, and travelling to Wales to see the family in Wales. Holly was always in the back seat, and the music would be getting played would be stuff like Rangers songs and stuff like that, you know. So anyway, when Rangers wrote a world record, you know, for the team that won the most titles, they won 55. So anyway, we had a wee celebration in the garden. Even though Holly doesn't drink, you know that. I was absolutely shocked. She knew every word to every song. And it's been all these journeys. But now it's great seeing her thrive in her dream role at Tatton Park, and I couldn't be prouder. She's always given everything she's got, 100% every time. One time we were in Florida on holiday, and there was facilities there, obviously, swimming and things, and the tennis courts. And Holly, this is a wee girl, she said, can I get involved? And we're like, aye, okay, very good, Holly. You can be the ball girl. But anyway, she said, can I have a go with the bat? I said, aye, okay. You know, play Tom and then I'll play the winner. So she batted Tom. And then she batted me, you know. So that was the end of me and Tom's tennis career. Right, okay. When we met Carol, we could all sense she'd found the right one. Carol's been brought up with the same good manners and respect that we were taught, and it's been great getting to know him and his family. Paul and I have every confidence that Holly and Carol are the perfect match and will go the distance together. So on behalf of all of us, Carol, welcome to the clan. We couldn't be happier to have you as part of the family. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses. Holly and Carol.
So firstly, on behalf of myself and my beautiful wife, I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. We all know how busy life can get, and it's not always easy to find the time to spend with family and friends. So it means a lot to us both that you're all here to celebrate our big day. Special thank you to everyone who's already travelled from far. Lauren and Matthew have come all the way from Ireland, Courtney and Justin all the way from Florida. Also a big thanks to Holly's bridesmaids for being such an amazing friends and supporting her, not just today, but throughout the years. Special shout out to Liv, Holly's maid of honour. I know your friendship has meant the world to Holly over the years. To Holly's parents, thank you for welcoming me into your family with so much love and for raising the most incredible woman I now have a joy of calling my wife. Luckily for me, Tommy and Paula perfected their parenting skills by the third child. No offence, Jamie and Tom. Also, an extra special thank you to Tommy and Paula for letting me move into their spare room for 5 months, which somehow spiralled into 5 years. And counting. To my mum and brother, thank you for welcoming Holly into our family with such open hearts. I know Dad will be smiling today, proud to see this amazing, beautiful woman join our family. A shout out to my best man, Matt, for putting up with me for all these years. and for organising a brilliant stag in Dublin. The stag was planned with such precision, it included a 20-minute nap break on their first day, which he enforced to ensure everyone survived the night. So I appreciate that. Another extra special shout out to Matt and also Dav for this morning when I realised I forgot the rings. So shout out to Matt and Dav for rushing back to the hotel and grabbing him 20 minutes before Holly arrived. So actually a big shout out to that. And most importantly, thank you to Holly for just being you. You're such a bright light, not only in my life, but the lives of everyone lucky enough to know you. For those who don't know, Holly and I actually met online on a small dating app called Bumble. It's like Tinder, but the woman has to message first. So you can imagine my delight when I realised I only do half the work and swipe right and leave the rest to Holly. Holly still swears she was only on the app for one day. Let's just say I may have been on there for slightly longer. After a few days of chatting, we decided to meet up. I can still vividly remember seeing her standing outside my work with a smile that instantly melted my heart. Even though I planned an evening of restaurant reservations out in Chester, our first day ended up being takeaway pizza in front of a TV watching Gordon Ramsay. And looking back, I wouldn't change a thing, mainly because it means that each year on our anniversary, I can get away with just ordering Papa John's and staying in. They say marriage is about finding that one special person you want to annoy for the rest of your life. And Holly, I'm so glad I found you. I promise to keep annoying you for as long as I live. So if everyone could please raise their glasses. To my wife, my happily ever after, Holly. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Holly Georgina Brown, you're the most thoughtful, caring, loving person I've ever met. Only you could be the one to turn this grumpy, miserable man into a Disney-loving child. That is why I promise to support all of your future dreams, Disney-related or not. You have stood by my side through life's hardest moments. I vow to always be there for you in the same way, offering my love, strength and support for any challenges we face ahead. From this day onwards, you are my happily ever after.
Carl, my future husband, my fairy tale ending, and my best friend. Thank you for loving me unconditionally, for always encouraging me to reach my goals. Believe in myself whilst always reminding me that you will love me however I look, whatever I do. I promise to always make you your morning coffee. If you promise to catch all the spiders. Life is full of challenges, hard times, uncertainties, but one thing that I can be for certain is it'll be a little bit easier together. I choose you today. Always, now I'm ready to begin, reach out and start our happily ever after.
Here is the world of imagination, hopes and dreams. In this timeless land of enchantment, the age of chivalry, magic and make-believe are reborn and fairy tales do come true. Family and friends, it is my greatest pleasure and privilege to present to you husband and wife, Holly and Carl. You may share a kiss.
Okay.
Me and Carl, we've known each other for quite some time now. Went to university, went to college, and went to Wrexham University together. Lived to tell some very questionable tales. An absolute miracle, really. And now I'm talking about the pre-Ryan Reynolds doing the place up Wrexham. And spoiler, it was bloody terrible. I wish I could say university was an education, a time to learn, to understand the world, and to learn about ourselves. But it wasn't. It was spent mostly obliterating our bodies with cheap alcohol, especially Carl's favourite, Omega and Black. Now, from those of you who weren't in university with us, this drink somehow had an allergen warning for containing eggs, but that warning was only on the litre bottle. So it's a really good job Carl decided to be a veggie and not a vegan. We're not visiting some of Wrexham's finest establishments, and obviously studying extremely hard, Carl found peace and relaxation through a game called FIFA. A game which to this day haunts many of Carl's uni friends, myself included. You see, Carl was really pretty good at this game, and we were not. Something Carl used to his advantage almost immediately, and when someone thought it was a good idea to start playing a drinking game around that, people really suffered, and it was a bloodbath. Some bright spark also decided to introduce a Moonpig rule. If you don't know, that's a card you order online, and you lose by X goals, you buy or lose apologetic Moonpig cards. And I still have flashbacks to Carl's windowsill, full of these Moonpig cards, cider, and the smell of eggs in that cider. Following uni, we both lived in Chester for a while, a time filled with big decisions such as, should we wear a shirt, shoes tonight, just in case you want to go to the club. But we're just going for pints, so probably maybe not. And I can assure you, every single one of those evenings, we ended up in Rosie's top floor nightclub, Carl's favourite, of course. And now back to our happy couple, who are both the life and soul of the party. Carl tends to reach peak life of the party status after a pint or 10, while Holly wisely sticks to her water and keeps a perfectly clear head. It works beautifully, this bubbly life. Drives this drunken soul safely home, true balance. One keeps the party going, the other keeps the party alive and legal. And that's not just love, that's teamwork. But their differences don't stop at drinks. Carl and Holly also have very different careers. Holly plans celebrations and weddings for a living, and Carl works at funeral directors. So between them, they've got both ends of life covered. One marries people and the other buries them. And in a strange way, that creates a really happy medium. I can't say a respectable career in funeral directors was in Carl's trajectory as a youngster, but after dealing with customer service and graphic design jobs and even running his own electronics company, Carl found his dream job, one where customers can't complain. And if they do, something's gone wrong. But jokes aside, seeing Carl today here does make me proud. Over the years, I've watched him grow from the guy who'd thrash us at FIFA, make us send him apology cards, to the man standing here now. Generally happy, and understandably so, with possibly one of the most kind-hearted and sweetest people I have ever met. Holly, he is truly blessed to have you. You've brought the best out in him, and everyone here can see how perfectly you fit together. So if everyone could please join me in raising a glass to Carl and Holly.
Myself and Holly met 27 years ago attending our brother's sports day, and ever since have been inseparable. Where do I even start, and what do I even say about Holly? For the past 27 years, we have been best friends and have had some unforgettable memories. So what I will say about Holly is, she has one of the biggest hearts I have ever known. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that Holly was always known for being a goody two-shoes and a teacher's pet in school. However, this one day, Holly was not going to be that teacher's pet, as our high school head teacher had enforced new strict stationery rules. We now needed a pen for every lesson and a pencil for maths. This was checked by every teacher before entering the classroom, and if you did not have the right equipment, you'd be made to stand outside for a telling off. Holly, being the Year 10 star pupil, started to have a meltdown, crying when she realised she had lost her pencil. Even as the best friend I was not about to hand over my pencil, because for once, I wanted to be the teacher's pet. Fast forward a few years into adulthood and the days of going into town, Holly sensibly waited until she was 18. This one night, we decided to go into the town, and this could have quite possibly been one of Holly's first ever nights out. I flashed my fake ID to the bouncer, who let me walk in, followed by our other friends. As I turned back to see Holly hand her legal ID in to the bouncer, who refused her entry, knocking her back, accusing her of using a fake ID, saying the picture looked nothing like her, resulting in us all having to leave the club and trying elsewhere. It's safe to say Holly quickly changed her driving licence picture to save the embarrassment of being knocked back again. All jokes aside, I just want to say how amazing the lovely couple look today. Holly, you radiate elegance and beauty, and Carl, you scrub up well yourself. I would just like to say a massive thank you to yourself, Carl, for coming into Holly's life and treating her like the real life princess that she is. I can't wait to see what the future holds for you both as Mr. and Mrs. Redfern. I love you both so much.
So I first met Holly in the summer of 2016 while we were both making magic at Disney's Typhoon Lagoon. We worked together at the park's only gift shop, Singapore Sal's. That summer, the cast of Singapore Sal's was invited on a backstage tour of the Haunted Mansion. The tour was set for before the park opened at maybe 6 or 7 a.m. the day after my 21st birthday. Now, if you're not aware, in America, the legal drinking age is 21. I know, brutal. I knew having to wake up early the day after my 21st birthday wasn't going to be fun, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity. At that point in the summer, Holly and I had hung out a few times, and she also attended the backstage tour. As soon as I showed up at the Haunted Mansion that morning, Holly was there with a birthday card in hand and ready to ask about my birthday celebration. I was so touched that Holly, someone who I'd only hung out with a few times at that point, who had known me maybe for a month and was living in a foreign country, remembered it was my birthday and went out of her way to get me a card. I was incredibly touched by this gesture, and it made me realize how kind and thoughtful Holly was and still is. She's the kind of girl who, even before you step foot into the Haunted Mansion, she's raised your spirits.
So, me and Holly met in the same way that most modern relationships start, by scrutinizing each other's social media and asking ourselves, is this person a complete and utter weirdo? Thankfully for myself, Holly decided I probably wasn't the next serial killer, and she approached me with the idea of us joining up to share an apartment during our college program of Disney. Carl, I'm not sure if Holly made the first move on you, but if she did, I can currently say that I share in your joy in making a lifelong best friend. Who's that? I will also always remember meeting Holly at Manchester Airport and instantly being filled with relief that I had someone that would make the journey alone to America at the young age of 19. While working for Disney, we had the freedom of the parks on our days off, and as the withdrawal of alcohol kicked in, I quickly realised there's one thing that brought me more joy than a creamy pint of Guinness. It was spending time making magical memories with Holly. As you can imagine, living in an apartment with 6 other girls and 90 plus humidity, that summer had its fair share of girly drama. But with Holly, everything was always so easy and fun. And after a few months of cohabiting and exploring in Florida, we soon decided to conquer America, and so therefore we travelled to LA, San Francisco and New York. Not to sound overly dramatic, but we almost died at least 3 times. But on a brighter note, that's left us rather trauma bonded, and I soon realised upon returning to Ireland in 2016 that I'd made a friend for life. Fast forward 9 years, we've had countless of adventures together and made an endless amount of memories to cherish. You've been my anchor through every storm and the biggest cheerleader for me in every triumph. Holly, your kindness and loyalty inspire everyone around you, and it's been a joy to watch you discover a love that complements everything that is beautiful about you. We are so happy that Carl has shown you a whole new world. Can you feel the love tonight?
But in all seriousness, we love you, Holly, and on behalf of all the bridesmaids, we wish you and Carl a lifetime of happiness and a happily ever after.
And I would love to introduce this moment for the couple to cut their cake.